Hello, hello, people of the internet. It's your boy, Marksman, here with another fresh from the press cruiser inspection. Now, the last one that I made was in what, like June of last year, and it was on the Austin. And I made that video on a whim because I was bored basically. And it so happens that I find myself under similar circumstances right now. So I put up a poll on the community server and asked the community which cruiser would you like me to inspect. So here we are today with the winner of that poll, the Tier 10 Italian heavy cruiser Venezia. So before we start, I would like to get a few things out of the way. First and foremost, if you hear any funny accent or pronunciation or anything that irks you in the wrong way, with so please keep in mind that English is not my first language. Secondly, if the video quality does seem sus at times, then it's mainly because I haven't figured out a way to record like 1080p on my laptop. It's capped at 720p for some reason, so the quality might be suboptimal at times, but like the only assurance I can give is that the gameplay would more than make up for it, I hope. So with that out of our way, let's dive into it. So what is Venezia? Well, Venezia is basically 15 glorious 203 millimeter sap shells flying at you every 11.5 seconds. So as you can see, Venezia in the beautiful port of Taranto, you have for starters, you have like 40k HP, you go 35.84 knots with the correct supplies and everything. The turning is fine, like the maneuverability is it's pretty decent, nothing out of the ordinary, but yeah. Next, the most important thing is concealment 8.72, which is pretty good. And one more notable, well, of course, the guns, like 203 millimeters, 15 of them, 11.5-second reload, and 12.89 range. Like it's pretty solid. It's pretty damn good, in fact. SAP does 1K, base AP almost does 900 base, citadel rate of 200%. The only like downside right now is like the turret traverse, which is like 9 degrees per second, but it's fine. Like you don't have to switch your guns that often in Venezia. Like you don't have to like spin them around and around and around again and again and again. So you should be fine. Tops, they are like pretty decent for what they are. Basically bonus damage, and they do like 4K almost, and they have like very good range of almost 10 km. They go well, don't go that far. Like 62 knots is not that fast, but they're pretty decent. So that's it with also the A. I mean, I guess it stacks up with DFA, which Venezia gets, as we will soon see. And like if a CV wants you, you're kind of cooked because you're a very large ship that doesn't turn really well. So if someone wants you that, if a CV wants you that, he's probably gonna kill you over time. But then again, which ship is actually safe from CVs? But that's a rabbit hole we shall not dive into in this video. Anyways, going to the camouflage. Now, I was lucky enough to be able to get, well, not lucky enough, basically, I grinded this camo out during the Halloween event a couple of years ago. And yeah, this camo, gorgeous. It also gives you the red starry tracers, which are gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And it has the same stats as the historical camo. So the 8C also looks pretty neat, but I am a certified Halloween camo enjoyer, so yeah, that's what I'm rolling with. If you talk about battle honors, it's pretty straightforward. 20 wins, 50 cruisers, 60 DDs, and then 1.8 mil damage, and then you gotta do 105k in one game. Nothing out of the ordinary. Like it's pretty standard, and Venezia is more than like capable of doing it all easily. Coming to the skills. with 3 charges of Fuel Smoke 2, which is pretty damn good, and Precise Aim 1 and DFA 1. Now, DFA is basically like, okay, bro, I'll take it. I guess it's better than nothing. And Precise Aim is really nice because it stacks up really well with what you are trying to do. Like, you're trying to be someone who's, as we are going to see, you're trying to snipe certain parts of the ship with sap so as to deal maximum possible damage. Fuel smoke also is pretty clutch. Like, it helps you get out of trouble and it helps you like initiate pushes and catch people off guard. And there's a lot of fun stuff that you can do with fuel smoke too. So yeah, it's pretty nice to have. Sap, with as is the gimmick with all Italian ships, you get sap, but you trade it, and in Venezia you don't get HE. So either you shoot AP or you shoot SAP depending on how armored your target is. So that's the entire quote unquote balancing part about Venezia. You don't get HE. So as far as equipment is concerned, I'm running with dispersion, like main battery mod 3. You take dispersion, no questions there. At least I hope not. Do not take reload. You do not want to lose your turrets on cooldown in Venezia. Second slot is pretty straightforward as well. Prop mod, like acceleration, what's not to love. Third slot, please take concealment. Do not fall for the propaganda of the leg mod. While 30% traverse acceleration might sound good on paper, like it's not worth losing. Not even losing. It's literally like nerfing your concealment. Like you're gonna get spotted from space if you run this thing. Now, you might be like able to improvise or not improvise, like come up with a certain play style that suits the leg mod, but I feel like you will be straying away from what Venezia truly excels at doing if you follow that play style. But that's just my opinion. Like, you're free to do whatever the hell you want because, well, it's your goal, your resources at the end of the day. Who am I to say anything? Anyways, moving on. The commander, I have a level 15 Sansonetti on here because I love Italian ships and Sansonetti is goated for them. So I run with like underwater protection expert, torpedo alert. Now you could take DFA, but it's kind of useless. And also, you don't take air defense expert because, well, obviously 6th sense. So it's kind of pointless taking this as well. Also, after the DFA skill reworks, the skill durations are a bit wonky, so there's no point in taking this anyways. Artillery maintenance expert plus, survivalist, generalist, marksman plus, mistweaver. Now here you could troll with AR. I do want to try it out someday, but for now I just went like safe and went mistweaver. Like you could go AR once again, but I haven't tested it, or like I haven't seen it being implemented in a way that allows me to form a decisive opinion on the matter. So, and then next up, demo expert, no doubt there's honor seeker plus, sap plus, which like I'm not reading all of that. High loading density gun propellant. I just call it sap plus. Sit strike. So you could go with giant hunter as well, but honestly, I found Venezia like citadeling light cruisers is pretty common with Venezia. So I went with this. Like it's more common than landing tops at least. So yeah. Then we do go down the green tree with grease the gears. Remember, you get like 9-degree turret traverse. So this is pretty handy. Like actually pretty useful to have on Venezia. And this is like what, 3 salvos? Not even three. Like 2 point, uh, like two and a third. So yeah, we calculate that 2.333, and then 2.333 salvos should give you plus 4% traverse speed. Specialist, of course, I used to run armor piercer, but over time I figured out that okay, the extreme edge case where I do get like actual benefit from taking this skill are like too far and few. Don't take precise strike. Armor piercer is like, yeah, it doesn't feel that worth it. So I just take specialist. Like I get a fourth smoke, maybe a fifth precise aim, although I'll never use the fifth precise aim in the duration of a game. And yeah, so I'm running with specialist right now, and of course active reload because Well, who doesn't love more DPM? So yeah, that's the commander build. Now I have two pretty funny. Oh yeah, before we go on, like I have two pretty like interesting games that can showcase what Venezia can and cannot do, and how like it fares in comparison to the tier 10 meta these days. So we'll dive into those shortly. But before we do that, let me show you like how how much have I played Venezia and how much I enjoyed tier 10 cruiser Venezia. So 426 games, and like these are my stats, quote unquote. Now I have an average of like 82k, which by post buff Venezia standards are subpar in my opinion. Post buff Venezia is like a ship that's capable of easily doing 90k plus, and it should be like that. But the thing is, quite a few, like 40-50% of my Venezia games were pre-buff Venezia games. So that's why, like, yeah, and eventually I gave up on trying to maintain stats. I just played it for fun, goofed around with it, played it in waves here and there, and so on and so forth. So yeah, it's that. But yeah, so what I'm trying to say is like it's a extremely capable ship, and like if you know how to play, if you have had experiences with like heavy cruisers or ships that are supposed to jump people, let's say you have played Hindenburg or you have played like something like, I don't know, Goliath or any heavy cruiser that can like actually punish TVs. But I say Goliath, but Goliath is more of a farm cruiser, and Hindenburg is closer to Venezia, but it's not the same. Like nothing is like Venezia. Is a pretty unique ship, but those are a few of the close ones that I could think of. And but yeah, it's an extremely fun ship to play. It's an extremely capable ship, and you won't be disappointed when you play Venezia. So with that, that we conclude our introduction, and now we shall move on to the gameplay. See you there. All right, so here we have the first game. FDR, Black Yamato, GK, Minnow, Goliath, Shima, and Gdansk on the enemy team on Blue Front. Now, Blue Front is a recent map for me. Like I commit to a flank, I try to catch the DB off guard, try to chip some damage into the cruisers and play accordingly. So I look around to see who spawns beside me and what my team comp is. Immediately, I noticed that my Vermont is AFK. Yeah, you see me zoom in there. So I know that he's AFK, so I won't have as much support as I would have liked. And I could also see that the Bourgogne, it's a free code Bourgogne that they gave out a few months ago. Also, I noticed that both of my DDs went to the B cap, which is like, it's fine, but then again, why are two of you going there? It's fine if like one of you cap and the other one commits to a flank, but I digress. So yeah, the CV spots both of the DDs going to the other flank. So I know that I am going to have some freedom here. Now I don't know what cruiser I have on my flank yet. Even though there's a cruiser spotted on the other flank, I don't know. So here I spot the Goliath. And you notice that my Vermont is like he's still not a part of the battle yet. So I just like start like mentally preparing myself to kite here because I don't have any incentive or the means to push out and do something. So I just like kite out completely on the flank, smoke up so that Yamato doesn't like randomly 20k me or something. So as you can see, this is like kited Venezia gameplay. Just not much to say. I'm just waiting for an opportunity to do something impactful. So Vermont is coming to my flank, and I see that the Yamato is not looking at me, so I just like reverse a bit, close the distance. Now at this range, I'm shooting AP because the guy is reversing, so I cannot really aim for his bow per se. So I just like shoot AP at the superstructure. But yeah, it's kind of hard to tell what he's exactly doing because he's reversing like that. So yeah, you see me missing one shot as well. So here I saw the GK at sea, so I turned my guns around. In the event that the GK randomly decides to push, I need to be able to like kite out. So I take a shots from mid, and this point I see this Goliath just walking it out, and my Burgon decides to walk it out for some reason. So at this point, I realize that okay, this Burgon is dying for free, so we need to get a trade. So first and foremost, I try to like shoot the Shima, of course, because instinct. And as you'll see, we do hit him pretty good. Like we hit 9 shells, took half his HP there. And I see that the Vogon is dead. So I know that we have to trade something out. So I shoot the Yamato. Now does a good job of like blind firing with me here. Like I lose a decent bit of HP there. But well, it was like combined with the effect of the FDR that I lost that much HP. But the Shima is half HP and he's like kind of going to play bit more passive here. So that's why I'm kind of relaxed. Now, here the Goliath makes a mistake. He commits back in. So first and foremost, look at my positioning. The moment my Bourgogne died, I realized that okay, maybe I should consider going back towards my home cap because as you can see, my cruiser at B, he's been basically fighting alone all game. The DD at B, the DD at the B and B flank, he's dead. So there's no support there. And my San Martin will be alone versus a Minnow, a Gadans, and a GK. So I kind of need to come back and help him. Now, of course, like the CV might help him, but it's not a guarantee because well, you know how CV players tend to be these days. So yeah, there's no guarantee what will happen. So, anyways, I position myself in a way that I can receive the push without putting myself in like the direct under the direct fire of the GK coming over from there. Because well, he can still lob me, but it's way less effective. Like, okay, first and foremost, he's a random player, so I don't expect a random guy to like just hit me over the island consistently. So there's that. Like if he was someone I knew was like had good aim, then maybe I would have played it a bit differently. But as things stand, he's not. So I just play it. I gamble on the fact that he won't be able to hit me consistently, and then I just go this side. Now here the Goliath, yeah, as I said, the Goliath makes a mistake. He commits back in Goliath, you want to cycle your heals. You don't want to like just go in and smoke up and shoot from smoke. The idea with having 4 heals is that you can basically gain an unfair advantage in HP trades. Now, how does that work? Well, you take a first HP trade and then you use your first heal. More importantly, you do not immediately smoke up. You smoke up only when your heal is on cooldown and you need to like mitigate damage. That's the only place, like only time when you should smoke up in Goliath, at least in my opinion, or you're trying to make a play. That's the only tool. So this Goliath, on the other hand, I know that he's out of a heal because he just healed a few moments ago, and I see that this is his second smoke, and since he did not get first strike, he will not have a third. There's no case in which he gets a third smoke. But anyways, uh, this Goliath is sitting in smoke, and he shot just now, so I know where he is. So that's why you'll see me take a blind fire at him. So I take a blind fire. I know where he is because he just shot. Bang. That's 9 shells, a bit of damage. Now you see the CV planes going for him. I know that the Goliath is sitting still in smoke because he's low HP. He doesn't want to leave his smoke. So you see where the CV drops him, like there's a little splash. So I just blind fire in that region. And that turned out to be a decent enough approximation of where he was like for me to be able to kill him. Now here's the GK. Oh, here if my guns reloaded like a second or two faster, the Gdansk is dead. It's only that my like guns took slightly longer and he turned immediately when he saw me that this guy doesn't die. Like here, as you can see, he turns out, and this Persian is not on my side, but yeah, this I still land 6 shells with somehow I get a bounce on him. But yeah, anyways, I land 6 shells, take away most of his remaining HP, and force him to play passive. Now it's time for me to like farm the GK. Now I am low. I'm not like I'm 14k HP with like a lot of ships left. Oh, here the minnow pops up, so I just give him a tap. I wish it was sap because then, as you'll see, I like to do 14k to the minnow. I wish it was sap because that would have been more than 14k then. Anyway, I am low, so I kind of need to. I'm forced to play passive. I have a heal, but it will be some time before I am able to cycle to my next heal. Because I have like I heal now. I still have a heal, but there's a half HP GK, and I'm not sure whether my CV will be able to sustain. Like I don't know whether the GK will shoot me or the CV. But thankfully, the GK shoots the CV, so I get to like chill out for a bit. And yeah, that's basically what happens. He shoots the CV. The CV then runs. So the CV acts as like bait basically for me to be able to farm the GK. Also, since I didn't have fuel smokes, I didn't want to risk much of my HP just trying to brute force a GK. But yeah, thankfully none of that comes into play here. I see that the CV is launching tops at him, so I just let the CV kill him. Meanwhile, I go for the minnow. Now minnow at 8 km broadside to me like that, even if it's AP, yeah, but you're not living that. GG. So yeah, that's game. And there's the Gdansk left, and there's some other DD left. I think it's the Shima that I knew earlier. So yeah, this game overall, we started off like our positioning on the flank wasn't the best because Vermont was AFK and I had a Shima on my flank, so you never know what to expect from those. But yeah, their DDs didn't commit to A, so I get to live there for free basically. And the Goliath, he misplayed his part by not cycling his heals properly. If the Goliath cycles his heals properly, then he can stall that flank for quite some time. Black Yamato as well, he didn't play it optimally. He just sat there getting farmed and eventually he died. So there's a lot of things the enemy team could have done differently that would have maybe made the game a lot more difficult for our team to win. But at the same time, our team, like the Bogon suiciding for no reason, that could have been avoided. And in the game. But then again, these are all ifs, buts, and maybes. That's not what actually happened. What actually happened was quite different, and we adapt and improvise to those situations. Like I clapped the Shima randomly in the middle of the game, and I guess that because see, he's at map border right now. I guess him losing half his HP randomly, at least I like to think that that had something to do with him being where he is right now. But anyways, that's a decent game. Most of our damage came from like the Goliath and the GK at the end of the game, and well, two good salvos on the Minnow. So three kills, 122k, and a lot of people, like a lot of game influence achieved by randomly nuking people. Maybe could have had more kills, I don't know. But yeah, you can see that their Shima did 8k all game, but our Shima did 3k. So yeah, there's the Shima moment. But anyways, like it was a fine game. Like the reason I was able to survive for as long as I did while staying on that flank, like surrounded by Goliath, like Yamato, GK, and even the FDR dropped me once. So yeah, that's all like that goes to show how flexible Venezia is with its HP, with its like speed, with the fuel smokes, which are like super clutch. So yeah, those all came together to help me survive what was kind of an unfavorable situation. So that concludes the first game. Now we'll move on to the second game in a while. Here's the second game on Deadlock. Vincent, Mac, Colombo, Venezia defense, Dalian and Shima on the enemy team. I spawn A flank. Now I have the spawns memorized for Deadlock, so I know that I'll be spawning against mostly BBs, and the DD will be at C. So instantly I know that I'll just go A and face like I'll just farm whatever because see the spawns are like here at A, I'll have a cruiser and two BBs. Meanwhile, our flank at C will have a DD and two cruisers that they'll have to face. So it's just a matter of which cruiser at A will I face. So if it's defense or Dalian, then I'm chilling because I pen. Well, Dalian is a light cruiser, so my sap pens him everywhere. And defense has a pretty big bow and stern sections, which I can pen consistently. The only problem might be like if he spawns here, the Venezia, because well, it's a Venezia, so I have to respect it a bit more than Dalian and defense. So yeah, the BBs are kind of irrelevant at this stage because if they don't nuke me off the face of the like face of the earth immediately. So yeah, I see the Shima lagging a bit, no, the gearing lagging a bit. So I look back to see whether it's my internet or whether it's his. Turns out it's his internet that's lagging. Anyways, I spot the Vincent, and this is just me going A for now. Waiting to see how the game. So I see the smoke there. So I know that either it's, well, it could be any of the three, but judging by how the smoke plume, it's not expanding, it's stationary. So I know that it's either defense or it's Dalian, because if it's Venezia, then he has no reason to stay stationary like that in smoke. So I'm just waiting to see what pops up here. The BBs, though, I see HE coming out of the, and then I spot the Dalian. He's kited, and yeah, this is just what are you going to do against a Venezia in your face? 10k. I smoke up because I don't want to give him an easy top angle. Another salvo out at him. Look at the dispersion. Beautiful. Another 10k. I see the Shima trying to come at me. Now, he could launch tops at me, but since I was detected so late, I figured that the Shima must have stopped my BB. So I just like straight line like go up, and I just pushed their spawn. Now the entire like the all the BBs have left their like B side, so I can just push this Shima for free now. And yeah, like the game is like okay, my flank was one when I killed the Dalian. If the Dalian gets to live and kite and spam my BBs with HE, then that's kind of sus. But since I already took care of him, my A flank is basically one. So yeah. Now I see like I have to keep in mind what the Shima does and what the defense is doing, and I know that there's the Ven he spotted now. Yeah. Right now I'll just try to maybe nuke the Shima once. I expected him to turn, but he didn't turn as much as I would have liked. I still hit like 7k, but could have been more. Now I shoot the Venezia because that Venezia is unironically the biggest threat to me right now because he can match my DPM. Defense, he cannot match me like blow for blow. He cannot go with me. Shoot the defense stun because it's a very big stun and that's like 15k. See the Shima does. We're gonna eat one probably here. Yeah, we eat one. Another salvo at the defense. Another 11k. He's basically dead. Either I kill him or the BB salvo kills him. So I'll just take the kill for myself here. Another set of Shima. I think we dodge these. Yeah, we dodge these easy. Yeah, it's decent maneuverability from Ven. Now I see the other Ven trying to engage me. I could smoke up here. I'm not sure if I do. Yeah, I did. I do not smoke up here because there's a rock in front of me, so I can just go. Okay, never mind. I do smoke up. But as I say, that smoke was kind of unnecessary because I have a rock in front of me, so I could just go in front of like behind the rock and cut off the angle that he has. But I think I smoked up because I wasn't sure where the Shima was. So if I knew where the Shima was, oh yeah, there you go. There you see, like that's why. Because if the Shima, like if he has clear line of sight on me, then he could launch a way better torpedo attack at like on me. I don't know how I do there, but I guess we love wargaming and laptops. Now in my mind, like games won, like the game is won. But I want to farm damage, so that's why I'm pushing towards their BBs. Now, I thought my gearing was spotted, but apparently he wasn't. So all three BBs randomly decided to shoot me. So this is a bit of a yikes moment for me. Yeah, I lose some HP there. Thankfully, not that much. And yeah, I kind of aimed poorly on the Colombo as well, so not much damage there. I switched to AP because I'm shooting at a mech. Oh, I see the Shima there. So I'm debating whether should I go kill the Shima or should I like keep farming the BBs or what should I do? So this point I just decide to because like I just decide to commit full on because okay, well I'm gonna eat damage, but I have like two heals left and I have a fuel smoke left. Like I should be fine. I won't die. So I know that that the BB, like my BB in B, is the main center of attention right now, so I couldn't get away with some funny stuff here right now. The Shima is okay. Well, but props to him, is doing a good job of being annoying. But yeah, Shima is being annoying right now, so I just let him be. Let him be. Like, not that it matter. No, so now now I turn in like, okay, buddy, enough playing games. Huh. Yeah, I'm low here. So Mecklenburg, I think, shoots me once again. But this is just me patiently waiting for the Shima. I know the mech will die to the Smolensk, but I'm in a bit of a pickle right now because I don't know. Okay, the Shima played it smart. He went away. Okay, he, like, props to him, is being annoying. So at this point, I'm just trying to outtrade the mech. None of the mech, the Venezia. So he does like some damage to me. I do like 10k back to him. Now I'm fully kiting out so that I like live his next salvo. And he does like 2k to me. I do 3k to him because, well, I guess I aimed poorly. But yeah, I should have killed him here if I aim was better, but well, it wasn't. So yeah, almost get him there. Like, and it was just bad aim for me, and the Columbo like not shooting me allows me to get away for now. Like, I don't die here, but maybe I could have played a bit differently. That would have led to me farming more damage, but it's not that deep. And my main priority was not dying to the Shima for free. So that's what I focus on. 117 bit of a farming game. This one, not much. Like, okay, the game was won when I killed the Dalian off rip, like in like 2 minutes. That's where the game was won for me, basically. The rest of it was just me farming. But yeah, like, this is a more like you don't have to sweat every game in Venezia. Like, you can get a pretty good game just by like making a big play at the very beginning of the game and then just relaxing for the rest of the game. So yeah, that was game two. And we have another replay actually, because I didn't plan on including a third replay initially, but it was a decent enough game, so I figured that I might as well add it. Like, there's no harm in adding another game. More references for people to understand and learn from. So anyways, we move on to game number three. Right. We have game number three, Venezia. Montana, Kremlin, Smolensk, Minnow, Yodo, Lushun, and Harugumo in the enemy team on Cage domination. Now, Cage is a interesting map because, well, it's interesting because it has variety. Because if I spawn A flank, I could like push A and try to catch the DD off guard, but that doesn't happen in this case. I spawn C. So my main job is to make sure that their DD and cruiser combo doesn't get to push our home spawn and maybe get a I'll try to get a crossfire onto B. So we'll see how the game like proceeds. So I see that I spawn with the Mine Gumo, and if I'm not mistaken, I think there's an like I forgot what the cruiser behind me was, but at this point it's irrelevant. So Mine Gumo goes for C, nice. And right now I see that A is getting capped, so I check the board to see what could it be, but I can't tell conclusively. Oh well, now I can. It's a Lucian at that flank, and now it's a Harugumo. It turns out, no, don't do this in Harugumo. It's a big ship with plenty of space. Bang, 10k right there, 11 shells. Like, yeah, he gets himself spotted in mid, and yeah, he just loses another salvo at the Yoda, another like 10k salvo. The Harugumo is beach. He's like, please don't do this in your Harugumo. Like, this is not. Are you supposed to play Haru? I take a shot at him just to secure the kill, like just to make sure he dies, but the team kills him anyways, so that's good. One DD out. Now it's just like I have a free flank here because I know that the Haru is dead, the Lucian is on the other flank. It's just a Yodo and a Montana, so he can spawn on this flank. My BB is pushing up. I don't know what my cruiser is doing there. Yeah, another like pretty relaxing game in Venezia. Yodo dies. I wasn't sure if he'll die or not, so I just took a shot at him. just to make sure. But well, thank God he dies. Now I push up to this rock. The reason I like turn my ship a bit to the right, like I don't go straight towards the Montana, I go a bit right so that I can hug the rock a bit closer so that I don't get randomly crossfired from the A flank. Now it turns out that the Kremlin was too far out to do anything to me anyways, so it's fine. Now here I do a bad job at aiming. Like you'll see like a lot of bounces and only a few full pens. So I tried to aim, but I couldn't tell whether he's reversing or not. So I aim for his bow and well, none of those land. So now I go into torpedo view and check whether he's reversing or not. So Kremlin shoots me once. So I smoke up and thankfully the Montana doesn't shoot me. So at this point I know that okay, he's just sitting still and he's a part of what I would like to call protected matchmakers. So I could like just farm him for free. So now I just know that he's sitting still. I just do bang 11k. So this is more of a demonstration of what Venezia Sap can do when used optimally. So I do 10k to him with one salvo. How much does this do? On the bow, 15 glorious sap shells, another 15, another 10k. Two top hits. I've done like 36k to him in like 20 seconds. He doesn't die yet, so I just take another shot just to make sure he dies. He dies now. So yeah, this is a bit of a blowout game. Like as you can see, their team has not done anything. So here I switched to AP because well, Kremlin bow is kind of thick. Like you see, I'll get a lot of half pence. So I switched to AP, but internally I'm screaming right now because I see the Minegumo going for the YOLO. So yeah, he's taking my damage, but it's fine. Like it's whatever. Would have had a bit more damage if the Minegumo does not YOLO him for like that, but okay. Minegumo dies to Kremlin main guns. I get like a couple of, I think I get one more shot out of the Kremlin, then I switch to Minnow. That's that. He's dead. Anyways, I don't get the kill. Minotaur is, oh, he's turning out. So I am a bit high because I expect him to turn out again because, well, why would he go completely flat to like four ships? But, well, he died before I could do that. So, like, this game was a bit unfortunate when it came to kills. Didn't get any kills. Here I shoot anyway. So, the reason I shot before he got into my range because I was closing the distance. So, I thought maybe by the time my shells reach here, he would have been in range, but unfortunately, that wasn't the case. Anyways, I shoot once again. It's just like nothing much to add here. This is Smolensk at like 10 km. Shoot. Oh, this one is a good salvo, I think. Yeah, as you might have seen earlier, the incom set him. That's why the Smolensk lost like half his HP. Like the Smolensk was full HP when he started the engagement. Now he's half HP and precise aim up. Let's see what this does. Well, yeah, now he's almost no HP. Think the incom gets him here. I don't know. So I just frantically shoot, thinking that the game's going to end. But well, surprisingly, both of us. Oh, well, no, I didn't miss. The incom missed, so I got the kill at the end there. Yeah, that was like another like chill game in Venezia. Not much there to like, not much thinking involved. It's just a relaxing game. I don't know, didn't catch the end screen for that one. So for like a conclusion, we shall go back to the port. So for the outro, we are back with Venezia and Port of Taranto. And the final remarks that I would I'd like to convey are well, first and foremost, if you like cruisers, if you uh like punishing destroyers and light cruisers for the mistakes they make, and if you want to have a positive impact on your game by playing a cruiser, and the cruiser actually feels rewarding, then Venezia is must get, in my opinion. It's a very nice ship, it's a very comfortable ship. It can carry games, it can be a relaxing like farmer, as we saw in our examples, and at the same time, it's not like Venezia isn't what I would consider toxic. Like, okay, you can play it in a way that makes it toxic, but inherently the ship is pretty like is respectable, is what I'll say. And uh, one more thing that I'd like to add is, yeah, well, as a cautionary, another like I like to mention it once again. Please do not buy the leg mod because, well, it's a leg mod. Don't buy it. It's trash, completely trash. And with that, I guess I'll conclude this iteration of cruiser inspection. This was the Venezia, and I may or may not make another one depending on my mood, but that remains to be seen. Anyways, if you have been watching for this long and hearing me yap for like what 30 minutes now, thank you for staying like till this far, and I'll see you guys in the next one.